So welcome back to the mighty world of tanks. Today, I'll be doing my Talkin Tanks segment again. Trying things a little differently, where I'm going to be calmer. We're going to play about 2 battles in every tank leading up to the Sheridan today. So we're going to start from the M5 Stuart, and we're going to climb all the way to the Sheridan. If time is looking good, I will also play a couple battles in the T92, which is a premium to train the Sheridan crew. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Good criminy. So, yeah. With that, I think we're ready to start. Yeah, so let's get into it. First things first, I'm not going to go over the armor profiles of any of these tanks, as they're paper. All these tanks are paper. I will show the Sheridan's armor profile, though, because it's kind of funny. Everything else, we'll just kind of go over its gun and its spotting and its camo, because that's what scouts are about. Hit points are always going to be the lowest, other than Artie, because you are small and you don't have armor, so you're just glass cannon. This tank's fun. It's the M5 Stuart. I have it built to scout, but at tier 4 it really doesn't matter. Does 40 damage a shot, has a 5-round autoloader. It is a very fun tank to play. 10 degrees of gun depression. 0.35 dispersion isn't bad. Fast aim time, so it's a really fun tank. Armor, garbage. You're a scout. Can get up to 64.4, which is an oddly specific number. Like all scouts, your camo while moving and stationary are the same, so it's 27.7, almost 28%, which is huge. 428 view range is really good for tier 4, but overall, meh. That's pretty much it. So this thing's got really good camo for what it is, and it's got really good view range for what it is. I mean, this is tier 4. Not a lot of tanks can say they get up to this level of camo. So, without further ado, we go in. Just gonna wait. I did buy back my T71 CMCD and my M41 Bulldog today. I have not played those tanks in a very long time, so you'll have to excuse me for that one. Just remember, this is the casual stream, casual go over of the tech tree for other casual tankers. I'm a bit more of a tryhard, but I still go to pretty basic positions, so. I'm probably going to head out into mid and hope and pray. If I get spotted, it's probably going to be over.
But this is even crazier.
Let's see what we can do, shall we? So as you can see, the engine power is not super duper, but I was kind of on a slight incline. Kind of hoping no one goes mid. Oh, look at that. Boom. Don't know what an Artie was doing that far forward, but I ain't questioning it too much. And I'm just going to sit here and hopefully get all the spotting in the world. Probably could fire. I'm going to wait till he comes back into that position. Actually, he's spotted now. Well, do is I'll back up a bit. I have too little of a shot, so I'm gonna hold. Like, he's got something right there. I don't want my shots to miss, I want to connect. But if I keep him spotted, he'll inevitably go back into position. He's not looking at me. How did that big bitch get fucking unspotted? Ah, there he is. So now he's in the open. I'm gonna back up. Excellent. Now remember, I'm playing as a scout. This thing could be used in rapid close quarters decimation, honestly.
We didn't even leave a scratch. We didn't even leave a mark.
All green. Don't know why I'm not leaving a mark. Fuck. Okay, so I've essentially given away my position. For any of these lower tier guys who know better. There's supposed to be a dude, like, right there. What a twat thing to do. What's a twat thing to do? So I'm going to go back and defend the base, as this T6 medium is somehow just trundled through mid, and hopefully I can just decimate him. He's using a small caliber gun, which is good.
We didn't even leave a scratch. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Permission to engage. We penetrated your armor. Knockdown.
Easy peasy. So not an amazing game, but I helped my team knock out a couple people, and you know, I'm pretty happy with that. A pretty mediocre game for this thing, but it's also a very popular tier 4. This thing is not easy to ace at all.
Ready to fire. Our target got away.
Didn't expect him to try to kill himself. Yeah, that's kind of the spotting perspective. I kind of expected the enemy to be a little more aggressive through mid. I am surprised that only the T6 went. Not enough memory. Please restart the game. Kiss my rear. I don't even know what that means. Not be restarting the game. So here goes battle 2. The autoloader fires real quick. It's only got a half-second interclip, so I didn't hear the game fire all 5 of my shots when I was loaded. It sounded like 3. But it fires, it empties out really fast. On to the next one. On to the next one. Next up will be the Chaffee, a tier 5 light tank. Really solid. Not a good map, but we'll make it work. I'm actually on the side I'd rather be on, so that's a positive. is not to spot everyone immediately. If it happens, great, but my job is just going to be to annoy people. This is probably going to be more of a damaging game. Any assist that I get is whatever. Looks like the A20 will most likely spot people first. Should say okay. I'm going to hang out by this train wreck where I have a ton of cover and try to hurt people. Oh, this dude fully committed. What the hell? It's gonna be awkward for a moment because we actually had people commit, which is awkward this early in the battle. I didn't think the Lukes could hit me from there, but I guess I did get a bit bold, didn't I? I don't like playing from this side, though. I feel like I can't look down. I've played it in the Leopard before, which is really no different than the Lukes, and felt like ass. So let me try to get up against this. Just gonna perpetually be in the way, dude. Like, dude. Whoops. Yep. Yeah, it's weird being in someone's way, isn't it? Yeah, fucking cuck. Giving a shout out to Incoming. Appreciate that. Incoming actually put out a video recently. It was really good. I suggest you check it out. I will post it in my Discord later. It was a really good video. I actually watched it twice because it sums up exactly what I've been feeling recently.
Enemy is hit. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
No. The one where he talks about the state of the game and kind of how he feels about the game and how it's kind of gone on a downhill slope. 110% agree with that. Yeah. Not a very good match. Kind of screwed over by one of my own for a bit, which, fuck that guy in particular. That's the M5 Stewart. I think I could have done better. I think the thing I'd change in that is I wouldn't have done that first peak. It is kind of a battle of patience. Let me do something real fast. I don't know what it means by I need to restart my game. Does it mean my replays folder is full? I can just delete all those. That's fine. No. I'm still gonna delete them all real quick. Okay, cool. Whatever. That's the Stewart. Not much else I can say for that. My PC's memory shouldn't need replacing because I just bought it. Like, I haven't even used all its memory. Wow. Wow. Sometimes I get a bad stick. I still have tons of memory. That's the thing. Like, I have 862 gigs. I've got memory. It wants me to restart for some other reason, and I ain't doing it. Anyway, moving on. Chaffee. Alpha's gone up, you no longer have an autoloader. Your penetration's pretty poor, all things considered, with 96 standard, so you're probably going to want to carry a lot more gold with 143 or so. And the only reason I think this is poor is because you face a lot more T1s and KV1s, and they're not easy to pen frontally. Yes, hard drive space, I don't care, leave me alone. Gun reloads in 4 seconds. I use a binos setup instead of an optics setup because I don't think optics does it for me. Yeah, optics brings me short of max, I think. So I'd say go optics preferably, but we'll do one match where I have binos and another match of optics. See how the difference plays out. Hopefully I get ideal maps for both. Actually, no, never mind. I'm just going to run binos because that's what I have, and I have it for a reason, I suppose. 0.4 dispersion's pretty bad. Your paper, no armor. You weigh less than 20 tons. I'd say you're heavier than some scouts, but I would still not ever ram another scout. You go about 66 forwards, 23 backwards. Pretty good mobility. You have less camo than your tier 4 brother. And I don't have the crew for either one of those tanks, so at the moment it's 24.3. And with binos activated, I have 496 view range. Without them activated, I have just under 400. So we're gonna get into it and go. Yeah, I'll look into the memory thing later. I'm recording, so this is just getting posted when I'm done with it. Next, we'll do a couple battles in this, and then we'll move on to the... What is the tier 6 now? Is it still the T-37? I think it's the T-37. Yeah, we'll play that next. That'll be tier 6, and we'll keep going from there. This is actually an okay matchup. I am quite confident I can kill an A-20 or outspot it. So it might have higher camo and better mobility, but its view range is much, much poorer than mine. They do have a super Chaffee, though. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And again, remember, I'm doing this casually. I'm not a massive light tank player, and these are lower tier, I'd say. The American Scout Line is really fun and effective. Higher tier, I'd say it's really not. The Sheridan's great with the 105, and the T-49's great with the derp. It just depends on you, but if I'm scouting, I'm playing a T-100 or a Manticore. These are still scouts. They can still do the job, but you can't be as ballsy. You cannot get forward. You just can't. Because you have so much less camo than those other tanks. So you have to play at a range. Binos are probably your best friend because of that. But only certain situations, you know? Like, it's going to be hard to determine. Okay, so I know where the... Oh, I know where this... Bach. Yeah, of course he can... Well, This is gonna be bad. Yes, dirty. No! Save me! Oh! I have been saved! I should not be alive right now. I think it's been about 10 seconds. I'm gonna start moving back. How? Like, honestly, my sixth sense never went off, and I definitely wasn't spotted there. Okay, well, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Unlucky. I called BS on that. There was no way I was still spotted. I waited a long time. Yeah. So we'll wait for the... Okay, I'm going to restart the game while I'm waiting on this because it's yelling at me to restart my game. I don't know what it's about. I don't understand memory versus hard drive space because that makes no sense to me. But I'll restart the game since it wants me to so badly. I mean, they're still scum of the earth, Churchills. I mean, who goes into a dang bush line? Yeah. Could have gone better. But it is what it is. I'm just going to wait for it. I will actually keep that in mind. Send that to me on Discord so I don't forget. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for this. I'm not going to watch the rest of that battle because that was just BS. But yeah, so this is the line we're going up. We're starting here. Obviously, my face is blocking like half of it. I don't know if that's better, but we'll keep it there for now. So yeah, this is the Sheridan line, this bottom row. It looks like y'all can't see my mouse, so... Derp Chaffee? No, I don't know. I don't have a Derp Chaffee. But, thank you. Yeah, we're going to wait for the Chaffee to come back out. We'll run a second match, and then I believe the next one's the T-37, which in my opinion is kind of forgotten. It's not played very much. I've got a ludicrous amount of battles because I think I started it back in the day before Blueprints, so... Roomba? But yeah, this will be the next one. I'll get into its stats after the second Chaffee. Until then, we're just kind of waiting. I need credits. I'm doing I kind of have to restart my list. Yeah, that was terrible. We got curb stomped by Churchills, didn't we? No, we lost everything. Alright, one more go in the Chaffee. I run a turbo on it. It's kind of a little slow, so I do recommend. Oops. What the fuck? Thank you. I do recommend putting a turbo on this because it is a lot slower than most lights too. It's kind of the issue with the American line. It's not bad at tier 7. I think tier 6 is okay enough, but the Chaffee itself feels kind of slow. And I run binos. Again, we went over that, so There's several different builds you could use, though. You could try to probably take a concealed exhaust over vents or turbo. I use the vents just to boost everything a little. But in retrospect, I might have to give concealed exhaust a try. So I don't like this either. But I can probably play it better. Unfortunately, the scout competition is not favorable. But we'll try it. Leopard, vents, optics, exhaust. Yeah, but the Chaffee. I don't know, I push max view range. I probably shouldn't at tier 5. And I think I like to go beyond it. Like, optics would be great in this one. This is kind of like I think tier 5 should have field mods too. Or at least the option to have an additional loadout. Because, like, my build is more for, like, those long range maps. Just gonna wait a moment. See where this guy goes. Not a bad hit. Heat that's not good. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. I don't know what gun he's running. I don't know anything about him. Not good. And if that leopard makes any more pushes to my left, could be bad for me too. I'm right in his line of sight. We're gonna get aggressive. Losing patience, and so is he. Yikes. What a scrub. Who fires heat? Fire HE or nothing, dude. HE or nothing. Not an enjoyable transaction. I would have rather not taken that round to the rear. So what I'm going to do now is incredibly risky, but it needs to be done. Get up here and see what kind of support I can provide. Except my team over there is pushing, and they shouldn't be, because there's a lot of opposition. Oh yeah, and shell velocity is terrible. It is atrocious how bad this thing is. And how bad its accuracy is, but we already went over that. The problem is lefts can actually outspot me. Going. Goal is now to take out Artie. As both lefts and the Sioux pose a big threat. And honestly, the left is the bigger threat. That is not good. this thing. So bad. That was scary. Kill this already. I'm just going to swing as wide as humanly possible. As I keep strafing, I shouldn't have a good shot at hitting me. Jesus Christ, dude, this thing's broken. You're scum. Good criminy. Not my proudest Chaffee gameplay. It's also just not a good map, and I got me and the M4 had the exact same mindset of, okay, I'm bored, let's go in at the exact same time. And benefited him a lot more than it benefited me. I took him out of the game, but at what cost? Ugh. I guess I did a bit better than I thought. I killed 2 lefts, so I'm forgiven. That's true, I did get a fancy medal. Okay, so what I'll do is now it's time for the T-37, which is a lot larger than the previous other 2. And this is the issue with the scout line and where it starts. First of all, take note, my crew for this tank is not good. I do not play this tank super often, nor do I care to. It's a fun little tank. It's just not a tank I play often. And sadly, my Super Chaffee crew has its own crew because I'm stupid and didn't know how crews worked for like 10 years. It was more like 7, but I'll probably end up transferring it to the T-37 at some point and retraining it, but that's for another day. And I actually can do that now because I can turn these guys into XP for this crew, and then I can just retrain this crew for this guy. Another story for another day. So, 2 battles in the T-37. I'm running optics, vents, and concealed exhaust. I think that's pretty perfect for a general scout. I do have 2 loadouts, but I think I only use the 1 because if I need to use my gun, I'm pretty much screwed anyway. In terms of DPM, you have about 2K. You only do 115 alpha, your pen's 126, which isn't great, so you use gold, which is 160, which is okay. 3.5 second reload, 9 degrees of gun depression, all these are great. Same accuracy. Good news, your shell velocity picks up to about 975 and 1250 if you're using gold. To go back to the Chaffee for reference, the shell velocity is 619 for AP and 869 for gold. So yeah, when I was saying they were really bad, I wasn't kidding. Chaffee itself is really good, but its gun is just ugh. So accuracy isn't great, but everything else, the shell velocity is way better. Your armor, it's paper. You are an HE target for sure. If you block something, it's miraculous. 63 forward, 25 backwards. Really good for a scout. However, my camo's lower, but that's because I don't have as good of a crew. So right now it's only at 22.6. Still good, not as good as the other. And I'm about 2 meters short view range for max view range, which is 445. I'm at 443 right now. So, but like I said, training a crew, it's not fun. So we're just gonna get into it. It is an alright scout. I don't really think you have to start worrying about anything till about tier... Actually, yeah, this tier. Because if you run into a tier 8 scout, you're basically screwed. Biggest gripe I have right now with the matchmaker and the way it is despite the new changes coming, which are all positive, my biggest gripe is that they will not fix equipment. So a tier 6 can meet a tier 8, and it's still going to be able to happen, just less often. That still means that a tier 8 will meet tier 7s, and the ELC still has a CVS, whereas the Skoda T17 or whatever tier 7 is at the time does not have a CVS. Which means no matter what tier 8 scout you're facing, if they have a CVS, you are automatically useless. You are now a combat tool, you are no longer a scout. It doesn't matter if you're an LTG, which does well in a combat capacity, but it's low profile, it's a really good scout. Fuck. Fuck. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. Okay, I gotta get out of here somehow. Did he see me? Matter. I'm getting spotted from all angles. This is gonna be a short match. I'm dead. There is no living from this. Okay. And that's another thing, is this is the result of +2 matchmaking. If that was a tier 6 scout, I probably would have been fine. And I'm not saying it's the T17's fault. It's the Pantera. He spotted me initially because he's just faster, bigger, has default better view range than me. There's not a lot I can do against that. On top of that, the Hellcat probably had binos or optics and was sitting roughly in this batch. I'm very confused on how I didn't spot him. Unless he was sitting right here. If he was right here, I wouldn't have seen him, which is more likely. With me rocking right here, it was a very aggressive position to take, but it was also just like a standard scout position. I could have sat there and spotted nothing. This is like the best spot. Unfortunately, it comes at the cost of getting spotted by anything that goes up the hill. So this is probably a loss. Like I said, T-37 is nothing special. It's really hard to play a scout as a scout that's as big as like a panther. I mean, it's not legitimately as big as a panther, but let's just do a comparison for giggles. Mediums, German. So here's Super Chaffee is basically a T-37. So let's just do mediums for a moment. Tier 7. This is a Panther. Okay, Panther's a lot larger. I'd say it's probably closer to the early stages. Isn't that weird? It's freaking ridiculous. What's up, X Brown? So, and we take away, go to the Super Chaffee. Yeah, you're huge. So, very unideal. I also took an aggressive position, albeit, what am I gonna do against tier 8 vision? That dude flushed me out so quick. I did think about it. On my part, I probably should have just waited until I saw someone go up. But I figured someone as fast as me, if no one had seen me yet, I could make the break, because I hesitated. I was wrong. Okay, camo's not good enough to avoid it. My profile's too big to avoid it. It is what it is. I've debated running food on this. And sometimes that's just the roll of the dice. While we wait, we can talk about some of the upcoming things about the matchmaker. A lot of good coming. They're going to work on balancing tank types like this. Can you see my mouse? Yeah. Like this is a versatile light tank, except it'll apply more to heavies. So you're going to... Like you won't have any more teams where it'll be like 2 MAUs versus 2 AMX 50Bs. So that'll be nice. There'll be an increase in will be an increase in +1, -1 matchmaking. So you are more likely to get a balanced game than an unbalanced game. Yeah, we lost fast. Holy crap. No bueno. Let's try again, hopefully for a better match, and then we'll move on. So the thing is, they're not getting rid of +2, -2. Now, to an extent, I like and I hate that. I do think it brings variety, but I also think Wargaming's broken the game so much that they don't realize how bad it actually is to play a tier 6 against a tier 8. Oh, shoot. What's up, Kevin Bacon? Thank you for the 100 bits. So it doesn't matter if I don't run into tier 8s as often playing a Sherman. If I run into a BZ-176, there's almost nothing I can do. If I run into a Prototipo, which is more armored than a Progetto 46, but weighs less and has higher alpha. Someone explain that to me. It's just, they're killing +2, -2, so I'll never get it. So I'm going to start off in another standard scouting position. There is a high chance I'm going to run into opposition. Hopefully I can get out in time. I don't know if this guy's trying to sabotage me or what. So, yeah, the matchmaking's broken because the tanks they keep putting in as premiums are absolute... fuck me. Powerhouses that need a massive nerf. How do I get spotted, but that guy doesn't? Maybe that's why. I mean, I've come out of games as tier 6 being top damage in a tier 8 match, but my tier 8s were pathetically garbage. So it's not a question of skill, it's a question of how fair it is. Like, I can't pen most of these guys even with gold. Like, I have to make the most complex maneuvers to even make an attempt at penning these guys. He's definitely behind something. But let us focus on the game for now. Take 2 in the T-37. I'm going to be playing more in a combat capacity because I do not have the ability to scout here. I'm constantly outspotted. I do not know why. I do not know how. I imagine the AMX-12T is either here or here. It could move up to here and just be playing sneaky, but I don't think so. And as you can see, my TDs are special, so that guy was way in the open. So I will be playing a less capacity as a scout, more of a capacity as an annoyance. And it looks like my heavy team's failing, so that's not good. We'll try to make this work. It's going to be slow, it's going to be painful, I'm not going to like this at all. But you know what? It has to be done. There. Heavy team is standing their ground. That is good. Hellcat might have been spotting me again if it was another Bino build. My fear is I don't know where the 12T is, and I'm the one that has to find them, but if I have guns looking at me... Nashorn was spotted? Oh, he spotted in city? I am officially clear. That's the only person I had to worry about. You sneaky little bastard. He technically has an advantage. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to run. I need to make him think I'm elsewhere. I'm not going to run far. Just enough. Because he can clip me out. But they called my Type 58 into the town, so I'm on my own. Jiro might be watching over my shoulder, but judging by his movement, he is very much not. He's like so close to peeking too. Okay, my reinforcement is back, which is great. There's only one heavy left on each team, but we are winning the hit points game. It's not over, but it's doable. Now I'm playing the scouting game. Hopefully the Type 58 draws fire and gets spotted and AMX thinks he can fire. That would be great. If not, I might have to throw myself at that Sioux. Ooh. Sitting too low for me. But I know where the TDs are. I know where the Sherman is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bugger off and I'm going to go harass that Juto. There's not a lot I can do. Biggest fear would be that their Chaffee joins in. Or, geez, their Scout, the 12T. What do you know? You must have had a similar idea. You know what that means? It means their field is completely undefended. Both there already are sitting in the back, right for the taking. I'm gonna swing a little wide so the Juto doesn't see me or the AMX doesn't see me. That is not good. Apparently, I can just hit anything I auto-lock. Who knew? Had to take a little damage. But ultimately, they're not looking at me anymore. How hard do my HE rounds hit for it? Never mind. So I'm going to get back here because they're probably expecting me to come from behind. I'm going to load gold because these are more armored tanks than me. Realistically, probably don't need it. Good. Not bad. This is definitely a lot more of a cat and mouse game. It's a lot of repositioning, but that's just kind of the life of a scout. I'm never going to be in the thick of it. If I'm in an autoloader, I might be. Oh, he's in that bush. I don't know if I can get to cover. I think I die here. I need a rock, really. Yeah. No near rock, and I couldn't tell if I was unspotted. He very well could have just been peeking out that bush the whole time and watching me. But they're both there. So, or Jesus, map pings are odd. Whatever. Scout's still in that bush. They'll figure it out. Win or lose. Why are you swinging so wide? Go in. When you swing this wide, you allow that tank to get hull down. So that Juto is just going to be hull down. I guess he's hull down too? It's hard to say. I just go for it. I never care. Apparently. Damn. Why are you backing up? You have 3 times the hit points he does. Go. Use your hit points. It's okay to take damage in this game. I know, it's a hard thing to believe. It's how you win games. Sacrifice hit points. When the time's right. Don't be me and sacrifice them all in the beginning. The air conditioner, you're probably hearing my actual computer. I might need to move my mic. And I'm sorry if y'all hear that. Might have to reposition my setup because it's like right here. I can't like show you, but it's so this is my second screen. It is basically right behind it. So I apologize if it's making a lot of sound. Here, I'll move my mic. I had it positioned in a place I liked it, but maybe putting it a little further away will help. I need a different mic. I need one of those like swinging desk ones, you know? I have one that sits on my desk. It's really nice. It said before when I bought it, like, it only picks up everything in a conal direction. No, it picks up fucking everything, dude. Everything. Also, hi, incoming. Hello, Alex. Second game, not too bad. It's definitely better than the first one where I did nothing. It's just a lot of cat and mouse. You gotta run around, do all the footwork, pew pew here and there. It's the life of the American Scout. You're too big to do anything. However, every scout line has a highlight. In terms of being an actual scout, I'd say it's this one. So there's 2, as you can see on my screen. This one's now in the store, the historical shop, whatever it's called, the collector's store. It's an auto-loading version of this. This is the non-auto-loading version, the one they kept in the tech tree because, I don't know, Wargaming decided that fun isn't worth having in the tech tree. So, this is the T71 CMCD. It's alright. It's small compared to its cousin, you know? It drastically shrinks. The chassis is roughly the same size, but the turret shrinks. You do have a dumb cupola, but let's be real, you don't have armor anyway, so who cares? Tall cupolas usually mean good view range. We'll see. I just bought this back today. So your damage doesn't really go up. That's the unfortunate It's 150. Your penetration's like 145, 146. I have a crew that I put into it today that was decked out. 10 degrees of gun depression, fantastic. 0.35 dispersion, 2200 DPM. All these are good things. Fast aim time, and a combat capacity I'd say are really good, especially with the 4-second reload. Armor, your paper, who cares? You go 64 forwards, 25 backwards. Fantastic. These are, again, good stats for a scout. You always want to go pretty quick backwards, and 25 is perfect. I actually do have camo on this scout as opposed to the last one where I have about 36 roughly. I have about 35.9. So, yeah, I'll be doing that soon with the camo being sneaky. And I have 472 view range. Like I said, large cupola means good base view range, and then you have optics, which helps out with that a lot. And I also run vents, so easy peasy, standard scout build. I definitely boosted the camo because American scouts just typically suck when it comes to that. Let's take it out. T-71DA is basically the same tank with a slightly different chassis design and an autoloader. Same damage gun, just like a 6-round autoloader. It is a lot more fun, just because it's an autoloader. Unfortunately, here we are on Himmelsdorf, so I am going to have to play in a combat capacity. This is not going to be a good game for me. We'll make the best of it. Make the best of it. I feel like it's picking up background sound even more now, and I moved my mic so far away. I'll work on it. I apologize if y'all can hear the computer running. Anyway, let's go. Meow. We're gonna go up the hill. Is that even a fucking thing? I doubt it's a thing. I mean, go figure, I'm the one that asked that, knowing it's like fake, but I'm gonna go up the hill. I debated going by the tracks, but that never ends well for me, so neither does going hill, but yeah, VK 28 and a Barask, I'd be dead. It's real. NVIDIA broadcast. You're gonna have to show me some shit, dude, because I'm still not 100% on all these things. Can remove backgrounds? Huh. You'll have to show me that, and we'll use it for next stream. How did I not see a Cromwell up? He must have been up here for a while. Oh shoot, he's got help. I mean, I think I have better alpha than a Crom, so I don't really care ultimately. He has a little faster rate of fire, but oh yeah, thanks. Only showing up at the end there. So as you can see, I'm almost out of hit points, and this is great. So you can remove Darcy from that. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Darcy being the MVP he is. I'm gonna wait for that scout to move. Oh! That was awesome. I can't really afford to peek a Panther, so... Oh, they got a T-44 here as well. Artie's battering the hell out of us. This is a loss. Really all I can do now is make a last stand. Which is sad I have to do it so early, but that's World of Tanks for you. Thanks for popping in and coming. I hope you got my message from earlier. I held it back. Why do I have my med kit and my repair kit switched out? Didn't take a pic. Now, like I said, y'all should check out Incoming's video. There's a handful of you that I know share my feelings about the game right now, and I pretty much there's no room for me to escape. Aim too low. That's on me. Didn't matter. I was dead anyway. Not bad for a full combat capacity. This is really a less than ideal map, and my team just got steamrolled. The hell, Darcy? So I'm just gonna sit it out and watch my team die. Looking at the questionable position a lot of my tanks are in. Got an M6 on the tracks. Interesting. It looked like he was really cold. Bro, that's just how it is. Leave me alone. God. Is he actually gonna outflank a T-28? What a dick. We'll go into the next one. I think I did okay considering the situation I was in. Probably shouldn't have engaged that Cromwell as long as I did, but 900 damage is 900 damage. I did my weight in hit points, so I'm 110% okay with that. I'm third on damage. It was just not a good game for my team. I'm a scout. That's just not how it should be. Let's hope the maps are favorable. Better, but not really. This is still a pretty bad map. And here's where one of my problems with the game comes in. They have a German Tier 8 scout. Typically easy to see, but if he's running exhaust, which he probably is, and if he's running a CVS, he has a leg up on me no matter what. He could be well within my view range firing me, and I probably won't even see it. He will more likely see me before I even know he exists. So this is where I have issues with the game. I think it's BS that all tiers can't use the same equipment. Maybe it just gets reduced down, like how it is by tier. Later, Darcy. Pretty classic spot, not a good spot, if I'm being honest. So fortunately for me, I guess I got in position first. Downside is he could very well still outspot me. He gets any closer, I'm basically dead. Which means when he pops, I am taking the shot. Am I just getting incredibly lucky? Like, is wargaming just doing this to make me eat my own words? Okay, and communications expert is active. Good. Big issue is I think they'll catch on and they might start blind firing. That's typically what happens when I'm in this push. So, I'm playing a dangerous game. I'm playing a very dangerous game right now. And I'd love to say I spotted him, but he's a little out of my view range. My concern is Mr. Setter, who's probably sitting right there. Or he's still sitting below the ridge line. Or he's over here, where I would not be able to see him. Wargaming's allowing me to eat my words for the moment, though, as I take out a tank that should have easily spotted me because I got in position first. Now the big issue is, let's say I want to get that setter out, I'm dead. Plus it looks like this guy's already going. Oh yeah, he was sitting there. Oh, BS, dude. He peeked for maybe half a second. Ah, well now I'm in a predicament, right? I made a move thinking he wouldn't see me, but he came back out and peeked. Ooh, not good. What I might do is temporarily switch to a combat capacity. Try to get that 122 out of here. Unfortunately, I don't think I can hurt him. Even with heat loaded, the pen's not amazing. It's 210, which is actually pretty good. I have 145 standard. Oh. But it's the position he's in that's making it difficult. And they have a TD overwatching. I can't make progress until that dude dies. I can't kill that guy until this dude dies. Very iffy predicament.
Target acquired. Target lost.
Did not mean to auto lock, but it worked in my favor. I don't know why he keeps turning his turret like that, like there's nothing on that side. Actually surprised he can't see me.
But we didn't penetrate their armor.
I'm gonna go do something a little more useful. This field is unpushable right now. There's just nothing we can do with the tanks we have. It's just facts. So he doesn't spot me that time. Interesting. I'm gonna go help the heavies, which normally I wouldn't, but there's really nothing else for me to do out here other than spot the 122 TM and wait for the Barras to land his shots, which is not the tank to be hitting at that range. So I'm buggering off. What the hell spotted me? It's awkward. He's well out of range of most of the scout. Oh, no, I wasn't. Looks like he moved up. Someone's got the same idea I do.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And we move on. Gotta play far back. I wanted to go help, but that kind of ruined everything. So this is most likely a loss, but I'm not going to throw my tank away. I can still provide a lot for my team. Wait till he's behind a tree, fire,
Enemy armor
and
is
run.
hit.
Crawl back into the bush. We're gonna wait.
Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
He's pretty blind, but he's armored as hell. Smart. I don't like that. It's bad for me. Okay, the setter's down. That's good. But I can't let my AT alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out. If this challenger pushes him, I'm going to help him take it down. This Cheeto is too slow to reinforce, but he is not a generally slow tank. So by the time we'd finish killing the challenger, it'd be time for him to engage us. Let's see if he's still there. Show is. Personally, I would have moved by now. I'm gonna load my other rounds just in case. Change my mind. This is gonna be a close match. This is gonna be very close. This is all scouts and tank destroyers. And a Barask. Wait for the bush. Boom. I'm gonna go reinforce him. Behind the bush. He's gonna go after him. Bam. Thought I'd kill him before he rammed me. Was wrong. Lost a little unnecessary hit points, but the AT-7 is still alive, albeit barely. So we're gonna hang out, do whatever. Hopefully I become unspotted soon. I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna hang out, find out where this Cheeto is going. Probably could have swapped to APCR during that engagement, but direction I need to be going this time is... Please don't get spotted. Just chill. Chill. We have the numbers. I don't know why my team's not pushing at this point. There's only a T-25-2 that's unspotted.
Penetration. Enemy hit.
Beautiful. Alright, time to go hunting. Always make sure when you fire, you pull back until the bush is solid. You don't want it to be translucent, you want it to be solid. Once the bush is solid, then you fire and you have a much higher chance of not getting lit. That doesn't mean you'll never get lit, you just have a lot higher of a chance of not getting lit. I'd say that was pretty well done. Not like an amazing match, but it was well done.
Penetration.
Sick. I'm happy with it. I could have stayed in the field and been idle. I think if I wasn't there, the AT definitely would have died sooner, and I really needed him alive, so I'm happy with my choices. I still pulled my weight in hit points. Oh, I guess I finished all my For Honors with the Stuke. Cool. Epic. It looks like I got a little invis spotting, which is cool. I'll rate it mid. It was a hard-fought battle. It wasn't like an adrenaline rushed awesomeness. It was alright. So I did about 2,500 combined. I only have 840 hit points. I'm happy with that. So both matches pretty good. I was definitely in more of a combat capacity in both of them. Still happy with that. Still very happy with that. Excellent. First field mod. Now we run on to the next one. Warning, I do not play this tank often at all. And it's the Bulldog. I play the Chinese variant, the 41D, because it has like god tier gun handling. It's awesome. But overall, it is not fun to actually scout in. But we're going to make do with what we got. So I put in a new crew. I have a ton of crew members left over, and I save them for scouts specifically because scouts need so much to be effective. So it's pretty much a pretty damn good crew. There's not much else I could really ask for. Gun. I think it's a 90. Is it a 90? No, it's a 76. Duh. 76 millimeters, 170 alpha, 180 pen. Heat is 215. Shell velocity is good at 1200. It's at 975 with heat. Pretty solid for both, all things considered. 4-second reload, even at tier 8. 10 degrees of gun depression, 0.33 dispersion. This is one of the better guns you will have. 1.5 aim time, really good. 2400 DPM, solid for a scout, especially when you're not supposed to be in a combat capacity all the time. It can defend itself, but it does have a very small caliber. So just remember that. 68 forwards, 24 backwards. Brilliant. 37% camo. Pretty happy with that. It's not the most amazing in the world, but it's damn good, especially for something this big. However, camo doesn't always determine how well hidden you are. A T100 LT could have the exact same camo as me, but will inevitably be able to outperform me due to its lower profile. This has a big profile. This is a big tank. American and German scouts are huge. They are more combat based than, they're like scout hunters. They can still scout. They're just not going to be as effective as something with high amounts of camo and low profile. And you have 473 view range to boot. I have a CVS. I am booting up my camo because this thing's going to need it if I want to live in any capacity. So let's hope it goes well. We're going to do a couple games in the M41 Bulldog. I have not played this thing in years. I am not exaggerating. When I got the Sheridan or the T49, I sold this thing. I hated it. Maybe it'll be a newfound love today. Doubtful, seeing that they have an even 90. But what I could do is hunt him. Downfall is he might have friends. So this could be a very short match. I'm going in knowing the risk. What's up, Racer? So, let's hope and pray. Again, haven't played this tank in like years. And I don't play its variants very often. So let's see what we got. Alright. But that's what this game is. Overall, this is looking really bad for my team right now. This tank has lower 3 mark requirement than the Type 64. And the Type 64 had like a ridiculous marking requirement because everyone plays it all the time. I don't see anyone play this thing. I only see Type 64s. There's very good chance there's a Barask in here as well, or about to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flush out the little even that's in here. And that is the definition of a scout hunter. Know where the scout is, and hopefully he's just straight up not paying attention. Dude, I'm out. This thing, thing is... Jeez, that's pretty bad. Let's see if I can get out of here. Oh no! Why are all my buttons switched? Oh, I know why they're switched, because I use Wargaming's stupid quick configuration. It switched my keys. My repair and med kit are switched, and I like it the standard way. I don't like it the weird EU way. Alright, so I'm out of here. I'm very lucky I did not take damage for that. Especially since people used to have the repair kit on 5 because you used to have to manually pick what part you wanted to repair, and now you don't. So people would hit 5.5 to repair the tracks uber fast, and there's no point in that anymore. I've always used my repair kit on 4, so that's something I need to fix. I don't feel good about sitting in the back, especially since that, so I'm going to go north and try to help our DZT, who seems to have taken a hit already. I mean, it's less shameful that I'm kind of like mid-back line, and more shameful that we have a Luva going to protect the Artie. What a waste of a good tank. Luva is still relevant, it's still good, and this is perfect matchup for it, honestly. Honestly, tier 7 would be a little better, but it's a tank for another day. It's a tank I probably already played. I'm just gonna hang out, I'm gonna chill. Already just fired, so I'm not too worried. Peek up here again. We're gonna wait until he makes a mistake. That's all we can do.
No, that one didn't penetrate. Ripped right through their armor.
I'm trying to be a pest right now. I can't really spot. I killed the scout. This map is a very combative map rather than a spotting map, like proc. He's decided to come back. I don't like that. Sounded like a direct hit. Wasn't paying attention on me. So far, this thing doesn't feel bad. I think I got really lucky with the ELC, honestly. He wasn't paying attention when I pulled up, and I was able to load HE into him, which was just bonus. I think if me and this DZT decided to go for it, we could honestly wreck their day. But who needs that when you have Artie? The unbalanceable class. Hopefully he gets the gist.
Deep breaths and fire. He looked at me the wrong way.
Ooh. Well, he supported me still. I'll take it. Couldn't tell if I was spotted or not. But he died for it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Overall, I pulled my weight in spotting. I did about 2,100-ish, 200-ish combined. So I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, for a bulldog, I was expecting a lot worse. It just... it did its job. I hunted the ELC, I killed the ELC, who was lost. This guy helped me. That was a win. Hung out on a hill for a bit. I mean, I'm a big scout, right? Like, I can't sit there. I think I served a better purpose in the north than I did in the south, because I was starting to take fire really quick, and me trying to crawl back up in that area just wasn't going to happen. So, overall, it is what it is. I'm happy with it. We'll do one more, and then we'll move on to the premium. That's a tank I haven't seen in a while. What is with tanks being unskinned, man? It's like 4% camo. All you have to do is put it on like one part of your tank or just the chassis or something. I don't know. They give out 2D styles like they're candy. Alright, I'm pretty happy with my performance. Honestly, did not expect it to go that well. It's an okay game in all reality. But I did my job, which is kill the other scout. And then I went and helped where I could. I could not be happier with said results. It did okay. I'm a midway on XP. I'll take it. Did I get any hidden assist by chance? 15. I did. Yeah. I got like 200 extra assist for something. Nice. One more match in the Bulldog. Let's go. This thing is... honestly doesn't feel bad. I think the first time around I was still learning the game, so the Bulldog just felt off, and I think it was because I was trying to play like other low-profile scouts. It's a problem for me. Like, I love the Manticore and I love the T100. Those things are just perfection. Love them. This is bigger. It took me a while to figure out its playstyle. I try to weed out the enemy scout and then I do my job. The issue is I could die trying to find the enemy scout, especially in this situation. It's a Batshat. A Batshat's gonna own me any day of the week when it comes to spotting, because it just has better camo, it's got similar view range. Camo alone is gonna protect it. Gun handling on this feels great though. I think I could win on that regard, but hard to say. Hard to say. We're gonna go over here. I don't think there's a bush to play in, but I can be near a bush and I can spot the crossing. Nothing saw me. This is good. I'm gonna hang out. Not what you want to see.
That's the kind of hit we want.
Bad shot. That was really greedy of me. God damn it, I forgot to switch the stuff. Yeah. That proto really got me good. It's time to bugger off. Kind of pop up right here. Also risky, but I'll get better vision on any TDs that might be sitting up here. My camo's holding up a little better than I assumed. That Jaeger hitting me was just bad news. Bad news bears. Should be something I can spot with ease. Hats off to the guy hitting the Jaeger. So I'm gonna hang out. There's really not a lot I can do here. My biggest fear is that KPZ will find me. So I'm just gonna chill. KPZ is really blind. Alright. I need to bugger off. Our scout just died. Good. This is bad. Oh, that's really bad. Really, really bad. Really bad, really bad, really, really bad. We're at a weird area where all my heavies are afraid to overpower their heavies, even though we have the entirety of our team over there. And now I have the terrible option of overwatching this Panther 2 and running away after one shot. Stay behind a rock, make sure I stay hidden. My job will be to spot them as they come in and hope and pray that I don't die in the process. Their Kampfpanzer killed themselves, I imagine, by accident. This is not going to be fun at all. Knock this to the side. German armor, I'm definitely going to use heat. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. French medium, use whatever's loaded. Is that Bill Nye the Russian spy? That's... What the fuck? What a name. How do you say Bill in Russian? Yeah. I'm going to move slightly, as I did knock down some trees, and they may suspect me. Only slightly. Problem.
That's the kind of hit we want. No, that one didn't penetrate.
Ah, fuck. Moved just in the nick of time for that one. No longer have shots. We're okay. We're okay. This has potential to be better than the last game, but only just barely. This is playing it really close. We'll play in these fallen trees for a moment. I can't really get back in my normal position. it could. Not the direction I wanted it to go.
Leave a mark to remember us by.
Gonna hang out. Hang out. Good. He's here. Gun depression coming in clutch.
No, that one didn't penetrate.
I must have misunderstood how he was angled, because that was definitely on me. It was about the equivalent of last match, slightly better. I didn't even realize they were far out. I still thought they were behind the rock. I wasn't looking at my map. Yeah, about equivalent match. I did about 2K, like, combined. Yeah, I'd say this thing is just less than ideal. It is what it is. Nothing wrong with that. Let me turn the game up just slightly. I feel like it's awfully quiet. I have my master volume pretty low, but turn my headset up. I did a little over 2K combined. I got some invisible assist. That was pretty low, but it was not a whole lot I could do, really. Like, when I got hit, the goal was to live and still be effective. I think I did that. If the charioteer and I probably switched places, it probably would have been great, but it is what it is. Overall, this thing's not horrid. After playing it again, I highly wouldn't recommend it, though. Like, not at all. I'd avoid it. To be honest, I'd avoid the entirety of the American Scout line, except Tier 7, preferably. 4, 5, and 7 are probably my favorite in this line. I do love the Sheridan, but it's a very different love. But we'll get into it. The premium, I'd obviously much rather play. It is a flat version. Takes the same 4 crew members, easy peasy. We'll be playing this. It basically has very similar stats to everything else other than the lower profile, which really helps. It's like half the height. That's crazy. You just basically remove the turret. So it has 150 alpha, 191 pen, expensive as hell gold rounds with 230 pen, and at 5,600 a round. Use them sparingly. It's really not worth it. You do 150 damage. It's whatever. This does have my Sheridan crew in it, which has a very awkward crew where 2 of my people are almost done and 2 of them are not. You have no armor. You're paper. Mobility, 62 forwards, 22 backwards. It's a little slower, but I think its get up and go speed, its engine power, has a lot more grunt. But that's also because you're flat, right? You're small. 42.7% camo. Really good. Really good. And 473 V range. It's really not a bad tank. Let's get into it. I'm running pretty standard equipment for a scout. I'm running CVS, exhaust, and optics. Pretty standard. We'll see if we get appropriate matchmaking for this. In a combat capacity, I'd rather have the Bulldog, honestly. I don't know why, but I just would. They're so similar. I didn't get into its gun stats, really, other than the pen. It's aight. Ooh. 2 Squalls and a Senlac. assuming they don't rush me. I can win this. But we also have an even, so I'm probably going to lose out to that. And I don't want to be with him. I don't want all our scouts on one side because it's just a waste of eyes. We'll see. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go to that bush over here and hope and pray. As you can see, picks up speed really quick. So 62 really doesn't feel that bad. I am flat. It is glorious. And I hope my even plays a little more aggressive because he has that extra camo and profile, whereas I do not. Though I'm probably pretty competitive. Glorious. You love to see it. And that's what superior camo rating gets you. With as many people are over there, kind of surprised I didn't get more. Look at him go again. How are you all missing? Good criminy, he wasn't even, like, trying. Good God. Scoot up slightly in this bush. Conceal myself a bit better. So, 2 squalls are left. I don't think their squalls are gonna do much. They won't make it past the even. They definitely won't make it past me. And I'm kind of just waiting to see if this chieftain will go. This is a very passive game. It's proc. Their better scout is already taken out. This is probably in our favor already. But this battle is determined by scouts. And usually I end up as the heavy on this, so... So I'm greedy, I'm bored. Okay, they don't have anything close enough to spot me. Are they trying to shoot at me? He's probably tracing the shot back, or they're looking for a scout here. So they think, from the angle I fired, that I'm probably... Yeah, they think I'm here. That's funny. Oh no, here comes a plane. I do love that they did this with the maps. I do think it adds something. Kind of feels like Battlefield when everything breaks, you know? Okay, he didn't see me. Good. Is he guessing? Can't make that risk.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Dispersion isn't amazing.
Enemy armor is hit.
As you can see, I'm just bored. I am not meant to be doing this at all.
Enemy hit.
That's fun. Time to run. Go ahead, get greedy. That was a terrible mag.
Permission to engage. Enemy hit.
Oh, that's bad. That might cost me. Got greedy. That's on me. Subpar match. I could have played that better. If Artie didn't hit me, I had that. I totally planned on helping our dude. Ugh. Fucking unbalanceable class, dude. I hope all Artie burn. So we're just gonna wait for that. I don't feel like watching that. It's Prokhorovka. If the even 90 doesn't move at this point, now that I'm pretty sure all their scouts are dead, or damn near dead, then it's just a waste of a game. If it even has the whole game in his hands at this point. He can crawl that bush line and never get detected. So yeah. While we wait for the T92, next tier 9 will be T49. It's fun. You could run the smaller gun on it. I prefer the derp gun because you can run into tier 7s, and it's just more funny when you derp them for like 900 to 1,000. 10 out of 10 recommend. But we're gonna wait. We are gonna wait. I don't want to get too much into it yet. Overall, games aren't going bad. I'm playing kind of subpar. I get greedy. Again, I think I really would have had that if the Artie didn't hit me. When the Artie hit me, it was game. Speaking of random stuff, psychopaths who put their med kit on their first key. No, absolutely not. Working this quick configuration thing is BS. No. Actually, it's great for fast, especially. I didn't even see these buttons before. I barely messed with it. That's pretty cool. Rather just manually do everything myself, but I suppose if I was like in a rush, maybe it would be great because everything's right there. What's a tank? I don't have a crew. I can't think of many. But yeah, T92. It is solid. I think I was doing alright. The greed on the squall got me though. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Blah, 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 blah. I want to see something real quick. Have I been dethroned? I have not. I'm still the number 1. I can't show it, but I'm the number 1 Panther M10 player in NA. So, haha. Out of 25 people. Is that even right? Like, is that right? Yeah, there's only 25 people. That's hilarious. But I'm still number 1 in NA. Had a lot of fun in that tank. I'm number 11 with the Gonzalo. I was having some fun with that. My god, that thing is just broken. Also watched Incoming's video on that, and I may or may not have abused the fact that it was broken. It was fun. It was incredibly fun. Chunking people for 500-600 HP at a time. Glorious. So we're almost there. So what I'm going to do while we wait, I'm going to pull up Tanks GG. Bam. Bam. Cool. I have the thing I pulled up that I want to show. This could be a while. So you know what? We're going to scrap it. We're not going to do a second match in the T92. It's a scout. It's flat. If I didn't have so many scouts on my team, I would have played the bush line, but it's whatever. I made my mistake. It's over. Moving to tier 9. This is the T-49. Glorious. I use the derp gun. Horrible gun stats. But it is so fun. It's worth it. So, you have 910 alpha. I do not use the standard HE. I only use the Hesh rounds, which has 85 pen. Not much better than the standard, but better penetration is better penetration. It has a 21-second reload. It is ridiculous, and if you don't pen, it is not fun. 10 degrees of gun depression, fantastic. Your aim time is terrible. At 3.2 seconds, that is a lifetime. 0.5 dispersion, very bad. 0.4 is generally bad. 0.5 is horrendous. Armor, you're paper. You're going to get HE'd to death if you even think about it. I do have 38% camo, but this is a big tank, so it helps, but it's not... I mean, it's a big tank. I have a huge profile. I mean, it's like the Bulldog with a wider turret. I do run food because I run this gun, and I run optics in my standard scout build, which leaves me with 508 meters view range. Remember, after 445, it starts your vision. Anything past that acts like CVS, essentially. So you get CVS on CVS. Oh, we won. Good. Did I do okay? I did okay. I did literal middle of the pack. Could have done better. 1800 combined. Whatever. I'm happy with it, all things considered. Yes, I carry a few heat rounds just in case. And yeah, like I said, anything past 445, it helps reduce camo of enemy tanks. It literally acts as additional CBS. So the higher that value is, the better. This does not mean you will outspot a Manticore sitting in a bush. The Manticore has to mess up. It still is game, but you'll spot like heavy tanks and other things moving a lot easier. It's still nice. It's still nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this with a derp gun. I do not have a combat build. I think that's a mistake. So we're gonna spend some credits in case I do end up in a situation where I need a combat build. I'm gonna do vert stabs. I'm gonna do improved aiming. Bam. I'm also gonna go here. I have not finished this, so that's wonderful. My loadouts are on. I'm gonna start with standard scout build. If I end up in a city map, we'll do the city map thing. But for now, let's do this. This tank is incredibly fun with the derp gun. It's situational. It is not a all around. You can just do whatever you want willy-nilly. You will likely die making any close quarters plays, but you will probably smack something for like 900 to 1,000. I got right behind an E3 and hit it for 1,000. It was amazing. Not bad. This is perfect case scenario. And I'm gonna do something dumb. So this could go really bad. I have to. Scout build it is. I'm gonna try to get right here and just hang out.
Let's make the stack work.
I don't think I went over this thing's mobility, and if I did, I don't remember it. This thing's basically all gun. Be ready to run. He's spotting from there. This is not as fun as I thought it'd be. The issue now is, though, there's a Vipera in a spot that I can't... Like, I can't get over here and just hang out. No, he'll bully me. Ooh. Made that guy hurt. Oh. Oh, well done. What a shot. Why? Why would you do that? Never run through the open, man. Make sure there's a bush in front of you. So we're at a dilemma. There is a Vipera there. There is no getting to it. However... Oh, that's a 50-50.
Hacks activated. Enough of outplay.
I need him to angle ever so slightly. Oh, so close. Come on. No. Get more flat. Yeah, look at this bloom. It's just outrageous. Dude. This stuff pisses me off. If a scout is in a position, do not get close to the scout. It sells out the scout. This dude, who's been spotted previously, will get me lit the hell up. And they're blind firing because they know they're spotted. So... solid. Now I can go do sketchy stuff. Because there's no one to stop me. Now what I'm going to do is very slowly pull around. Aiming. I'm going to put my tank in first gear. Just going to chill. Go super slow. Okay, yeah. I didn't expect him to be facing me. Goodbye, Mr. Panther. Actually, my best game I've ever had with this tank was actually on this map where I got like 12k combined. And it was mainly spotting. I think I only had like one shot of damage. J Panther that somehow shot me without being seen. I don't appreciate that. The issue is I'm now entering territory that is super duper dangerous, and people keep hiding behind me, bro. Stay the fuck away from me. My biggest gripe, if I'm playing a scout, I would rather have you sit next to me as a heavy than if I'm in a scout any day of the week. Ooh. Shit. Yeah, now I might get shot just because he's playing fuck around and find out. Yeah, there's a reason I'm doing things, bro. Oh, he close distance. Not good. Not good at all.
I hope you are aiming to the paper tank.
Should have waited like half a second longer. Choosing the bad way to do this.
Deactivate. We will get them next time.
Greedy there at the end. I should have committed and kept running. Backing up was the dumbest decision I possibly could have made. I should have literally just blasted him and started sprinting anywhere. Whatever. I did 3,700 in spotting and about 300 in damage, so better than the other games combined, most of them. Yeah, I pulled the trigger way too early. My reticle was still on his track. I messed up big time. It's a win. I think I did pretty well. I probably got some invisible assists too for the Vipera. So we're gonna watch this guy. Just fired. Just go. It is a forward-facing tank destroyer. If you stop, it's more likely to hit you. If you keep going, it has to adjust its bloom. Ugh. I hate when people like get spotted, it's the last enemy, and they're like, oh no, I might take 400 damage. You have 700 hit points. Move. You're also a hybrid scout. Barasks are basically just scouts with extra steps and bad mobility. But overall, I was correct. 4,300 spotting. I'm happy with that. In terms of experience, I was number 4. I got greedy at the end. It cost me. But 4,300. I'm happy. That was also ultra ideal circumstances. That was good scouting map with tier 7s. If that was tier 10, I probably would have died a step or two sooner. We continue. Another good scouting map. Tier 10s, I have to be more careful, and they have bat shats. Not good for me. As bat shats are also hybrid scouts, they can do their own spotting. They have their own great camo. So I will not be playing aggressive, I hope. I still haven't decided what I want to do. Or on the contrary, I will play aggressive, and it'll just be hilarious.
Dream big and damage will come.
Let's try some new stuff, right? Can probably play somewhere over here and be able to spot their hill with ease. Be kind of nice. The goal would obviously be not to stay there. No, I can't spot that. Need him to panic. I need to figure out something else to do with my life. This is tricky. I didn't realize they had a tier 10 scout. They have a Manti. I cannot play close quarters. I will die. He will see me way before I see him. But he was heading toward the ditch. If he's going in the ditch, I think I can win that encounter. Because then it's just him and me. And hopefully not a tortoise. What we're going to do is we're going to wait. We are going to wait. What a unique area to spot. Didn't realize I had that kind of vision. Manti is probably in his normal spot. The issue is it's very guarded. I don't think I could get away with popping him, and I don't remember if he took damage. We wait. Okay, so the tortoise is no longer defending that guy. I don't think the Manti's down here because he wouldn't have ideal spots. There's a ship barn missing. There's a Foch missing. Yeah, you can ping me all you want. There's not a lot I can do. I'm gonna go kill that enemy char. It's building in the way. Duh. When you're playing a scout, never listen to your team. If they're pinging you, just ignore them. Now, if they push you in a fire, submit the replay to Wargaming, and they will get banned. It is wonderful. It does work, and it is wonderful. Can I hit him and run away in time? Manti. Shit. I'll take it.
The turret is stuck.
I'll take it.
See ya, never.
Solid. Okay. Char's dealt with. Manti still needs working on. Cool. Let us go. We need to swing wide. And we're not actually leaving. There's still an E50M and a bat shat here. And I will see them if they move. I'm gonna hang back just a little. In case Artie tries to splash behind the rock again, thinking I'm still there.
Thanks.
Yep.
Confirmed.
The fact our heavies haven't pushed and they outnumber them to shit is fascinating. Good. Manti's bugging off. This is good. Manti's not dead. Not good. Capable leopards, though. The biggest issue for me is I'd love to spot from where he was, but I can't. His body's there. I have to cross an open area. They'll see me long before I see them. But I know that that bat shat has got to be here-ish. Damn it. I can hit him. It's a hard hit, but I can do it. There is something like there, so just careful, Mr. Sharfutur. There was a tree that knocked down. The M103 might just be in the same spot or sitting low. I think he's there again. You think he got back in position? Sitting approximately right there. No, he's running, which means I can officially move in. My mediums have grouped up. They are pushing like absolute mad lads, and we love to see that. What I'm going to do is first help the Char, who's on a long reload. Never mind, the team's already on it. Run. Once again, I'm going to be defeated by Artie. The timing could not have been worse. Now I gotta find out where Manty's hiding. Which, if I were to put money on it, pretty cliche spot, right? He would outspot me if he was here. Which means he might be more to the left. Oh, he's up there? What the hell? Excellent. Are either one of these dudes paying attention? I'd love to pop one in the rear, but it just doesn't seem feasible. Nope. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Really? Nothing? Worked my ass off? Risked my life? Fine. We do this my way. Bless this TVP. He's my friend. Very focused right now, trying not to do anything silly. That Conqueror turning around. It's not good. Run, 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 run.
Better luck next time.
Poor decision on me. Probably cost the game. Really thought I could pen him in the rear. Should have loaded heat. Should have aimed for the skunk, honestly. Damn. Honestly thought I could have done it. Yeah, my mess up. We're winning by hit points. If we can keep that up, that's fine. It's not like we don't know where the enemy already is. I spotted them, and I'm pretty sure they haven't moved. No. That's the T-49. Yippee. It's fun. Jesus. Excuse me. Unfortunately, no penetrating HE rounds today. I'm kind of sad that one didn't go through the side of the Leopard PTA. Very awkward. Now, the Sheridan. All reliable. I use 105 millimeter. Its DPM is pretty solid. I do not run a DPM build, but it hits for 390. You have like 235 average pen, 236. You have 280 heat. Far from great, but it does the job. You are big. You are huge. You are a square. I will show you the fun of this square in a moment. You have 10 degrees of gun depression. Your aim time is good. Your dispersion is 0.34, which is pretty great. Compared to the rest of the line, it feels really good. Armor, paper, unexistent. Kind of. You actually do have some armor, and I'll show you. 67.5 forwards, 19.5 backwards. Not the greatest, but still not bad. 39% camo, which is best I could get. I haven't upgraded this yet because I'm always broke, so I will upgrade that at some point, and then I'll have 39%. I run binos on one build, I run optics on another. I have 580 view range with food and binos, which is like Omega CVS. Still only works to a certain extent, though, so we'll see. Now, off screen, this is the Sheridan. As you can see here, in this invisible box, there's all this white area, right? All this white. So this, as you can see, says no damage. When you are aiming at the Sheridan, you should always aim center mass. And sometimes you'll still get unlucky because of this box. This box that it's in is all spaced armor. It is pure spaced armor. And as you can see, it says no damage all the way until I almost touch the armor. That is insanity. This works all around the tank. Sure, you can clip the wings, but I would always aim center mass because there is spots around the wings where you just don't take damage. Isn't that fascinating? The Sheridan is a work of art. Even on the front, you can skip stuff off its upper plate if you are not aiming careful. And if this thing is wiggling, it has a higher chance of bouncing when running away. I have gotten some incredible bounces and run away. And that's just HE. I'm talking like if you're using the other gun, the 105. Oh yeah, no damage, no damage. And in my opinion, 105 is the only way to go. If you're gonna use the derp gun, do it on the T49. Tier 10, it really doesn't have too much of a place. But other than that, that is the magic of the Sheridan. It has a giant protective box around it that allows it to get lucky. It is very cool. And it's so much fun to just run away and watch rounds skip off you. But it is rage-inducing when you're on the other side, when you shoot at a Sheridan and you skip off what should have gone through. It was really a draw. Excuse me. Alright. This is not going to be a great game. This is, 3 scouts on each side. And they have a T100, we have a T100, so it's pretty even, all things considered. But there's only so much we can do. So I will not be taking an aggressive position. I will probably be chilling. I might even turn my butt around. Because I expect someone to go right here. Specifically the T100. As you can see, this thing's kind of tall too. It's kind of ridiculous. My 3D skin makes it look a little taller, but so this is less than ideal. Where did our... There he is. It's not like he can do a lot. It's kind of an epic crossfire right now. If I were putting money on it, I'd say the T-100's probably there in this area. If he wasn't here, I'd put him in a very unique position right here. But this is hard to get to. Granted, I don't try that often. Would you stop peeking?
Penetration.
And I am 110% playing for damage this game. I am not playing for spotting, as there is no place for it here. Now, I'm going to switch positions. This thing does have some get up and go power. It's real nice. That was a hit. He did not like that. Oh, this is bad. I didn't realize we'd fallen. How did we fall so fast? Nope. Let's try to see if we can get a miracle bounce while we're running away. This is really bad. This is really bad. I don't think he saw me, which is good. I'm gonna take the bush. He's got a better angle for that kind of thing. I ideally would like to be up there, but it's kind of a full occupancy. Know what I just learned about? Just learned. I was hoping he was there. Thought that's how I got spotted. Oh shit, good shot. Didn't mean to almost block his way. What the fuck? Everyone keeps stacking on each other, and it's making it impossible for me to do anything. What to do. I'm kind of just getting in sticky predicaments all over the place. Remental's been spotted umpteen times. Mid still hasn't killed him. They can kill that guy. Slightly panicking here.
Enemy armor is hit.
Him getting a mid is bad for me. I can still do my job as a scout, hanging out here. I'm sorry if I keep going silent. This is stressful. Okay, so he's not that good of vision. No Remental did yet. Yeah, so biggest issue is the Remental. And the fact that I have a million tanks right on top of me.
Penetration.
I know the risk. I know the risk. Can't keep using this bush. I just can't. They're gonna know better. But I also don't have any other bushes to use here. It's very unfortunate.
Penetration.
Y'all blind? Not paying attention? No way you didn't see that, dude. Oh boy.
Enemy hit.
Yeah, not a smart move on me. I should have pulled back. It's a scout, though. He has to die. That is my nemesis. Other scouts. My saving grace is they're not around me enough anymore to where I'm super paranoid about it, but it's still has me on edge.
Enemy armor is hit.
Tank is very solid, honestly. I've always had a low-key love for the Sheridan. I wouldn't place it like in scout territory as one of my favorites, as it is. But it is still a really good. I'd call it a hybrid. I'd say it's like a medium with absolutely no armor, kind of like a leopard. Huh. Not ideal at all. Fuck. Totally forgot where I was sitting.
One of our tracks is damaged.
Yeah, not good. Yeah, didn't matter. Vickers crossed. I made a dumb mistake of firing at him. I loaded heat and I should have just held it until the E50. Team was losing anyway. Our heavies were absolute. It appears to be garbage. So, not a lot we can do. I'd say they got outplayed, but they have a 705A and an ST2. I mean, we had an IS-7, a Skonk, and an E5. We should have eaten them alive. So, is what it is. We did what we could. I'm pretty happy with my score. We got like 4K plus combined. I'm happy with that. Scouts got away with murder, though. Like, yeah, we destroyed their T100 LT, but I spotted so much, and my TDs just didn't do anything. I spotted that Sturv in the open. I had 3 people behind me, not a single person. Upside, though, I'm 3rd in earning of experience, and I'm 4th by damage, which is kind of unacceptable as a scout. Like, for everyone else, I mean. Like, this makes sense. Scouts sometimes die. This is bad. It just is what it is. My heavies should have been dominating, and they got their butts kicked by an ST2, which has a tier 9 tank turret that isn't that good. So, embarrassing, but I did okay. So, I mean, I did 5K combined. I'm happy with that. It's a loss, but I think it was a pretty good demonstration overall. I don't think the binos helped me too much in that case. I probably should have gone for the optics build with the improved aiming. But we'll see. I think next time, if I have like 3 scouts on my team, I'll take the improved aiming build with the optics, just because it'll be better. And now I get a not so ideal map. Oh boy, I despise this map with a passion. Three heavies, 2 heavy mediums, 1, 2, 1.5 assault heavies, 3 assault tank destroyers is what I meant to say. Armored tank destroyers. I am not playing that side because I can't play that side. Too big. As much as the damage would be good, it is not ideal for me. So I'm going to go harass mid, get shots where I can. I don't have a ton of other options, so just going along like the B line and those rock formations is more of a death sentence to me than anything. I'm a giant box. If I peek and fire, and I will get spotted, it just won't end well for me. All the heavies will be looking, all the armored TDs will be looking, all the normal TDs will be looking. Nice. Didn't have to worry about their 105, who I was keeping an eye on. Sick. Ooh. I wasn't wrong. Bad news for that guy. I'll see him if he crosses, unless he like moves back first. But I will see him if he goes back into position too. So he might send someone after me, letting them know I'm here. There's the Conway. Just trying to let my binos activate, see if I can decloak anything. Everything's playing pretty far back. Conway's moved all the way over. Honestly, I need to stay here to crossfire anything the Char finds. I guess he could have crawled back up and like gotten back there, but I think I would have seen him. I'm actually surprised he got away. He saw me. He's like, wait a second, and he turned his gun around. Peekaboo. Hi. It's a long gun. He is not maxed out yet. Oh, dude, there's nothing I can do for you. Actually. Sheridan gun is epic.
Enemy hit.
Binos activate, binos activate, binos activate. Nope. Getting greedy, bro? Getting greedy, bro? Don't back up. I need you to hit him. Oh, 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 oh. I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, this thing racks up damage. If you basically like being a medium that's not a medium, this is the tank for you. You're faster, you're definitely less armored, but you'll go places. Ah, fuck off, dude. He's looking for me. He does not like me after I proceeded to punch him like 3 times. I don't blame him. I'd be pretty mad too. I'm gonna come back over here since this dude does not know what he's doing with his life. Let's see if I can spot anyone. Binos activate. Bam. Go slightly forward, stop. Binos activate. Doesn't seem like anyone's moving. I don't know if anyone's over here. $50 left. Don't blame them. Dude, you can pop them. Just go. Greed, play. Greed.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Target unlocked.
2, 1.
Got him.
Yeah. Screwed off. Perfect. Now's my chance. Ow.
Enemy hit.
Not where I expected him to be. A weird predicament right now. Binos. Oop, he's still hidden. Get around the corner. I just don't trust it. Yeah, I fucking knew it. He was still there.
Enemy armor is hit.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Sioux now. I think I have enough camo to get by without being seen from this angle. What's over there? A gorilla? Great shell it. Couldn't great shell it.
We dinged them.
Ooh, he missed. Interesting.
Penetration.
HE shell. I'm stupidly gonna pop up here. Because they never expect the unexpected. Shit, I can't risk it. The fact that he can outcloak me is stupid, man. Max vision at this range of CVS and this a gorilla that has virtually no camo outspots me.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Oof. Tough match. Sorry if my commentary was lackluster on that. I was really stressed out. As you can see, though, you can get some very nice damage with the 105 millimeter on the Sheridan. That was more of a combat map. I still kind of played it like a scouty map, but it just... airfield just is not a good map at all. It's especially bad for scouts. Oh, I did top damage. Look at that. You too can do top damage if you get a Sheridan. Look at that. Yeah, it's just a lot about getting your angles, doing your thing, making sure you know what types of rounds to use. I probably should have used more heat on that Hori. Unfortunately, I do not have intuition yet. That is one of the next skills I will be picking up. But yeah, that's Sheridan in a nutshell. I'd say you could probably get away without the binos. I don't think the binos really help. Probably need to get optics at some point. The thing is even without the binos, I have max view range, so if anything, it just helps if I happen to be holding still. Otherwise, I do use this more in a combat capacity because of how good its 105 is. I would definitely say my second build is probably the more preferable one, where you have CBS, concealed exhaust, and an improved aiming device, which will bring your dispersion to 0.33 and will bring your vision to 464. That's still 20 meters better than max view range, so I'm running food also, which helps. But that's the Sheridan in a nutshell. I'm actually really proud of this session. I think I displayed everything. Realistically, I had a game where I did nothing, and I think the T-37, I think I got jumped. I had some bad games at lower tier. The higher we went, the better the games got. As in, the better the games, I mean, like, I had a good spotting match in the T-49, and I had a good damage match. 2 good matches in the Sheridan, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. I would not recommend this in a competitive sense whatsoever. It just isn't ideal. You could use it as a medium, but you also got to remember your alpha is 390, which is actually kind of average, so never mind. Yeah, it's solid. It's just armor and profile. It is still really fast. I would still rather play a Leopard 1. Competitively, this just isn't it. If you're looking for fun, you can play with this gun. You can play with the derp gun. But hear me out. The derp gun's going to be a lot more fun if you play it on the T-49 because you can meet tier 7s. I had a bad match in terms of damage. Realistically, I play this thing exactly like a scout. I've had some amazing matches in it. You know what? I'm not doing anything. Why don't I pull it up? Why don't I pull that match up? We'll watch it together. Let me see if I can... I gotta go to what record, which I think is QB's thing. My replays. Yeah, I had 11k spotting with an unfortunate end. Download that. We're gonna close out of Watt for a moment. I'm going to open downloads, open file. We are going to watch a game where I aced my T49 in Malinovka. Very similar to how I did it previously, except I didn't mess up. The only part I messed up was at the very end, and we'd already secured victory. So you'll get a taste for what I was doing. Let it load. Hopefully. I hope it's loading. What's up, dude? Thanks. Appreciate it. Trying my best to do like my version of a Tech Tree Showcase. I don't know if this version of the game will play, as it is an older version. I don't know if I can even view it in the browser. Probably not, right? Gonna exit. Gonna open the file one more time. If that doesn't work, we will not be watching that replay, which is super unfortunate, because this was the client version 1.26. Let's see if I can. Okay, it's not gonna play. Well, meanwhile, while I boot the game back up temporarily, let's go to off screen. So this was my game in the T49 in Malinovka. As you can see, it says I drowned at the last. I was making my last stand in Malinovka from the enemy side. I was in the water. I was hanging out there because it was the only place I could hide, because at that point everything was, I mean, it was there. There was not a lot I could do. And I ended up drowning. There was a Minotauro. He was coming at me. I was trying to hit him and track him, but he kept repairing and coming for me, and eventually I ended up accidentally drowning. I think I might have lived if I didn't. It was really hard to say. He was hell-bent on killing me because I was getting the rest of his team killed. This was the team score. As you can see, I had 1,300 base. This was a very good game for me. Their Minotauro is one of them came after me. The detailed report shows that I did 11.6k spotting. So the T49 is a very capable scout. It is not, even though it's got a big profile, it can still do its job. And then I smacked a target for 900 and some change. So combined, I got like 12k. So I'd say a very successful game. I wish I could show you guys the replay. It was pretty awesome. But it is what it is. Oops, wrong one. Oh god. There we go. So, yeah. That is the Sheridan. I appreciate anyone who tuned in and was watching. If anyone has any questions, great. I would like an opinion before I go about what tank I should do next. I've done a few. They're on my YouTube. Again, this is casual games. I'm showing you as I'm doing them, and then I upload this so you can kind of see things. I'm not the best at describing them, but I think y'all would get my mindset if you watched. And I own my mistakes. I know when I messed up a lot of the time. I'd say this was a very good session. I didn't flip out. I didn't call anyone names too often, I think. So I'm impressed. I feel good. It was a good session. Yeah, and I still had losses like every other match. I had that one where I did 0. It happens. But yeah, that's Sheridan, and I'm gonna end the recording here.